And in this video we're going to take a look at our audio options in the pause menu. There they are. Okay. So we have this snap to grid thing happening again. Just to clarify this again, we're setting the value of the slider muster volume, which is the same thing as this. It is itself, right? We just snapping the value that we get to a grid, and we set muster volume variable that is kept here somewhere, and from there we set sound mix class override to this volume, and of course we also pass this volume to the save game. Now about these sound mix classes, we have main sound mix, and we have a class called muster sound class, music sound class, and fx sound class. And let's take a look. In our root folder we can go to sound classes. Here we have main mix and sound class fx, muster, and music. We open one, muster sound class, and it has children, music, and fx sound class. Close it. If we open any of it, you see it shows us the connection. And then we can open the main sound mix, and here we have an array, 3 elements, muster sound class, and as you can see, apply to children, music sound class, fixed sound class. So here in this main sound mix, we are changing the parameter that is equal to the value of the slider snapped to a grid and saved, passed to a variable inside of our pause menu, and then inside our saved game object. And on event begin play, I already mentioned, I think this is this push sound mix modifier. So until we do this push for the sound mix, all of those alterations will not affect anything. And if you want to kind of deactivate it, there is a node called, I think, pull or push, knock, I don't remember. Knock? No. Pop, right, it's pop. Pop sound mix modifier. So this will cancel it. And you can have different mixes, by the way, and they can be even blended. Like you push this mix modifier and you push the other one, and they will kind of get blended automatically, I think, something like that. Anyway, we just have one, and it has these 3 sound classes. And if we take a look at any of our sounds, like let's say shotgun sounds, shotgun, shoot, cue, here, sound class is assigned here. So to each sound cue we assign a class. This way the sound class that it is assigned to can affect it through the mix. So a sound is a sound is the sound is assigned to the sound class, and the sound class is assigned to the sound mix, and the values in the sound mix are being altered here. Alright, basically this is it. And of course, yes, on event construct we load the variables. We can take a look quickly. Menus, saved sound options, just 3 variables. So we load them, we set them inside of here, and from here we execute this, we set our sound mix class. So, by the way, let's see the menu itself. Okay. Master Music FX. This is bounded, obviously, to the master volume variable. So this variable not only is used to adjust the volume parameter in the sound mix, but we also display the result in this box here, and here we will get the same thing. We do the same thing here. Okay, so to kind of recap the whole thing, each button or a slider has a binding what to display somewhere on itself, maybe like here, because if you remove that, we will not be once we exit and re-enter, we will not have anything displayed, and also we can save and load this value, and we can have an appropriate display of the position of the slider. So there is a binding to what to display. There is also something that happens when we change its value, and the bindings are functions that are listed under functions here, and something that happens when we change the value of something is in our event graph here. All of these. So whenever, for example, we push a button to change graphic options like resolution scale, there is a binding to display some text that will show us which of the options is selected. So this button right will do something. We can view it here. It's somewhere here. This is just a shortcut. Okay, so this is just a shortcut to here. So this will do something, and here we need to display something, right? And it has a binding. And we usually change a variable that is used also by this to get the appropriate display text. And to go through this, just in case again, in case for the resolution scale, we have the binding here based on the index that is being changed by the buttons, this variable, we get one of these entries to display. And based on the same index here, we execute a command from the list of commands. Okay. And we have the variables for all of it inside of our pause menu here. You can see them. And all of the elements here are also variables if they are set to be, like here, if we, so that we can change stuff inside. So here is the list of all those variables and all of the variables created by us to change some options. So we have variables inside the pause menu. We have same variables inside our saved options files. And in case of game options for crosshair and so on, those variables, not only we have them here, in this case, instead of having the variables here in the pause menu, we have those variables in the main blueprint and in the save games, of course. All right, next, our main menu